Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna Maria and I'm very happy to see you here. And in this video I want to talk about LinkedIn and why it is important to use it and what benefits it can bring to you. Before I start this video, I just want to mention that, for example, last year I did not have such a goal to develop my professional personal brand. However, this year my goal is to develop a professional personal brand. This is why I started to use LinkedIn. And maybe in your case, in your situation, you might not need it, but I would highly recommend starting to use LinkedIn. A lot of companies pay a lot of money to get a scan of the right candidates for their companies. And this is very important to remember because you can find a job through LinkedIn, or maybe sometimes you are not even looking for a job and you're contacted on LinkedIn and some HR manager would like to connect with you, would like to maybe have a phone interview, then progress you and would like to know more about you. This is why keep in mind that LinkedIn can bring you job opportunities. Sometimes you don't even have to go and look for them. They will come to you. Through LinkedIn also you can create a professional personal brand, and this is very important if you want to build your career, and you can show your development. You can show that you started somewhere but now you are here. You learned so many things, you developed yourself so much, you did so many things, you implemented a lot into your company, you learned a lot, you developed yourself, so you can show what a strong personality you are. Also, you can create a professional community and a great network. Like sometimes you might want to talk to certain smart people, for example, and then you can find them on LinkedIn, you can connect with them, you can do some search and be like, oh, I would love to talk to this person because they work in Google, they do strategy, and I'm really curious to know more about strategy, to ask what kind of courses did they take to learn more about strategy, what did they do to develop themselves. So you can connect with people, and I'm sure that once you're doing it in a very nice way, everyone will reply to you, they will slightly guide you, they will tell you where you can get certain information from, what kind of courses you can take. So this can help you to build an amazing network, a network that you create for yourself and look and need and want. Also on LinkedIn, you get a very high visibility, okay? So like for example, for some of my posts, I can have 600 people reach, I can have 1,000 people reach, I can have 5,000 or even 6,000 people who see my posts. That's a lot, okay? And I don't even have 500 people in my connections. This means that many people will find out about you, who you are, what are you doing, how successful you are in your job, and that's very important. So through LinkedIn, you can make some market research and look for some job vacancies, okay? So you can see what's there on the market, what companies are offering, what they're looking for, what vacancies there are, and you can even tailor your CV according to the most recent market trends and requirements. And also you can follow companies that you like maybe you don't want to change your company, maybe you really love where you are, you want to progress in your own company, but for example you like following companies like Facebook, maybe Procter & Gamble, Unilever, and sometimes they can maybe organize some kind of training, some kind of events, and you just want to join those training sessions or those events. You don't want to change your company, and that would be amazing to join those events because you'll be able to meet new people, to create a new community, a new network around yourself. And it's not only useful when you look for a new job, it's also useful when you just want to create a certain community around yourself, and I'm sure you can think of loads of other benefits. Now a few tips about how to use LinkedIn, okay? Something that would make your profile attractive, interesting, looking very good. I would make sure that my profile, or even let's say your profile, looks very, very professional, that your profile is attractive and your profile can sell you, okay? Can sell your skills, can sell you as a specialist. First of all is post a lot of posts and make sure that they are interesting, professional, captivating. We are showing what results you're bringing to a company. Maybe you have saved 50,000 euro to your company through managing the risk and foreseeing certain events. And that's definitely worth mentioning because through that you show that you brought a lot of value to your company. In terms of posts, I would make sure that they're very high quality posts, okay? I've seen loads of posts like, oh, join my TikTok, or happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, and there is no value at all. I understand that you can't have posts where there is a lot of value. posts that are very intense. It's not possible all the time, but I would make sure that my posts bring some value, at least light value, something that people would love to read and would be informative for people. Also make sure that you like our posts, you comment on them, you share your interest. That will make you look like you're an active person, that you're interested in what's happening at the moment in the world, what are the market trends, that you're up to date with everything that's going on at the moment in the world, and you will look much better. You will look informed, you will look really great on LinkedIn, and this is how you'll make your profile more attractive and more interesting. In terms of your photo, you need to look very confident and be positive, okay? Make sure that you wear something official, like maybe a shirt. Don't wear a t-shirt, I'd say, but wear a shirt, get yourself maybe a jacket. Look official, professional, nice, positive, and confident. Also, the language that you use for your LinkedIn profile will depend on your goals again. Let's say you want to work for Google in the US, or maybe you want to work for another company in Italy, then you might use English, or you can use Italian. Or maybe you want to work for local companies, like you really love small local companies, you like that they feel so nice, so comfortable, and then you can use your local language as well. So think about your goal, and based on your goal, use the language. However, if you don't have a certain goal but still feel like LinkedIn might help you in some future, then use English. English is obviously the most known language in the world. Everyone will understand English, even if they're not perfect at it, but they will still understand what you try to say. Now, headline. So below your name, there is a space where you can mention what's your job title. Also near your job title, I would add your main skill. Let's say you are a store manager. So you can say store manager in a certain store, and you can say leadership because you're great at leadership, okay? You can say IT manager or IT programmer or programmist. You can correct me, guys, in the comments. And you can say Java, for example, like your programming language would be your main skill. So think about something that differentiates you from the other people, something where you are extremely strong, and add that skill near your job title. I've seen loads of people saying that, oh, I'm actually looking for a new job, but I personally would not say that I'm looking for a new job, because I think it does not look that professional. It's like me coming to LinkedIn and crying that, oh, I need a job. However, I might be wrong in this situation. Maybe posting that you're looking for a new job might be great, but in my personal opinion, I would not say it. But you let me know what you think about it in the comments, please. In terms of background, like your experience, all your courses, all the training that you had, everything that you went through, all your diplomas, volunteering and stuff like this, it's very important to make sure that you show that you're an amazing personality, that you've been to loads of trainings, you had loads of diplomas, you did volunteering, and that will show that you're an active, interesting professional. I would not add diplomas from when you were like 5 or 6 and maybe you participated in an art course if this is not that relevant to your job today. But I would add the more recent diplomas. I would add what's your university studies, for example, and stuff like this. Maybe you did volunteering somewhere. That might show that you're very conscious about all the problems that we have in the society and you are trying to help. Now, something very, very important, a very good, important tip. Make sure that your experience on your CV matches with your experience on your LinkedIn profile. I know it's extremely obvious, but that's very important because sometimes when you write your CV, you can add a few things that you forget to add on your LinkedIn and vice versa. This is why it's very important to make sure that your experiences on your CV and LinkedIn profile matches. The next point is skills, and you can add up to 50 skills and you can pin 3 most important skills. Now, you can also get confirmation, like for example, your friends, your network can confirm that you're an actual leader, that yes, you know how to use PowerPoint and stuff like this. And I would ask my network to confirm my skills. Now, a tip, a very interesting and important thing to keep in mind. Usually, people would confirm the first 3 skills, the pinned skills. This is why time to time change your pinned skills, okay? Just change them. Just pin other 3 skills to make sure that you get more confirmations for all your skills. I hope it makes sense. For your skills, you need to show that you are very complex and strong personality, okay? So when you think what kind of skills you have, think about the problems that you solved in your company. Maybe you helped someone to save money and you could forecast some risks. So you can definitely help to reduce risks in the company. That would be a very strong skill. So think what you did in your company, what you helped people with, and put those skills as your skills, because you can do it. You can be an amazing team player, you can leverage your relationships to get a result for the company and stuff like this. Think what you did in your life, think what helped you to achieve those things, and those are the skills that you have. And also additional information like recommendations, for example. So in terms of recommendations, I would obviously write recommendations, like give recommendations myself to my network, and I would ask for recommendations. I would start asking my friends, my close people, maybe my work colleagues to write me some recommendations, and I would obviously give them recommendations in return. And for example, you studied with your colleague and you know that you know your colleague for 10 years and you studied together for 10 years in school, and you know that you had loads of projects together, for example, and you know that your colleague is very responsible. Your colleague can leverage the relationships to get that project done. Your colleague is very interesting. Your colleague can search for information. So add all those things into the recommendation, okay? That would be very interesting and that would be very useful for your colleague, and you'd obviously get some recommendations yourself. Cool guys, that's a lot of information, and I'm sure there are much more tips to LinkedIn. If you know more tips, please let us know in the comments. I would be very interested to read them. And let us know, do you use LinkedIn? Do you think it's something important? Do you think that building your professional personal brand is something that will help us in future, or it's just a waste of time? I'm very interested to know what you think about this topic. And keep in mind that building your professional personal brand would mean that there are loads of people out there, okay, like 500 specialists who are even better than me, but when someone searches for a candidate, they will see me because they can see that I'm available on LinkedIn. And other candidates, they can be better, they can be smarter, they can have much more experience than me, but just no one knows about them. And people will know about me, for example, or they will know about you. And in this situation, they will come to you, there's gonna be a higher demand for you, and you will be able to ask for higher salary, for more benefits in the company, and that's very, very important, okay, to get a higher demand for you, for your skills, and you will be able to sell yourself easier. And also to keep in mind that when there is a high demand for you, you will be able to choose what company you want to work for. Like you want to work for that company, you'll be like, oh, I want to work for you. No, actually, I want to work for you. You know, so you'll be able to choose companies yourself as well. So guys, I get loads of questions for you, and very often you ask me, how do I move to Ireland? How do I become an area manager? Give me some tips for the interview. Guys, I'm very happy to help you, and here I want to mention about that high demand. There is a huge and high demand for people who want me to answer, to help them, to tell them about accommodation, about like a PPS number, how to move to Ireland, how to pass the interview for an area manager. And guys, unfortunately, I do not manage to do this on my Instagram. This is why if you want me to prioritize you, subscribe for my VIP Patron membership on Patreon. Or if you don't want to go for a membership service, that's fine. You can just book a private consultation with me. Just message me on LinkedIn and I'll let you know how to do this. And also very soon I will have my e-guide ready. So my e-guide will explain to you how to move to Ireland, how to find a rent, how to get a PPS number, how to open a bank account, what kind of transport there is in Ireland and stuff like this. So you might just wait and get my e-guide as well. Cool guys, thanks a lot. Let me know what you think about LinkedIn. You can also check the link to my own LinkedIn in the description to this video, and I will see you in the next one.